Hey guys, it's Lucy. I'm here to talk with you guys about something really important, and it's growing in America and all over the world, but mainly in America. Bullying. It's really become huge for us Americans, especially for the gay and lesbian teens in schools and at home, anywhere pretty much. So I've made this little statistic slideshow type thing that I collected some information, and I just want you guys to hear me out and hear out all of those who have died in war, not being accepted for us, and all those teens who are abused and are neglected and have committed suicide. It's really important because no one should be left behind. No one. So this is what I've made. I hope you guys like it. Whatever you do will be insignificant, but it is very important that you do it. Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi was a very important figure in our society. He wasn't an American, but he strove for peace. And that was one of his most famous quotes. Suicide and depression. Suicide is the leading cause of death among young gays and lesbian youth. Gays and lesbians are 2 to 6 times more likely to attempt suicide than heterosexual youth. Over 30% of all reported teen suicide are committed by gay and lesbian youth. And that is just for them being who they are, for us being who we are. People are dying because they're not accepted for who they are, just for holding hands with the same sex, just for being attracted to the same gender. Do you think it's fair that those people are dying because people can't accept that fact? I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and it needs to be stopped. These are just a few of the things that over 50% of gay and lesbians experience. Rejection, homelessness, substance abuse, high dropout rates, verbal and physical assaults, lack of support, lack of role models, victims of crime. These are just a few of the things that many of our gay and lesbian teen youth have to experience. You know, like being homeless. Can you imagine coming out to your parents and them saying, pack your stuff, you're not welcome in this home anymore. Pack your stuff. You're disowned. I don't own you as a daughter or a son anymore. Can you imagine, as a straight person, your parents telling you, oh, you like guys? Or if you're a guy, oh, you like girls? And then them saying, okay, you don't have a home anymore, go. How would you feel? You can't help it. It's just who you are. Why? Why should this be talked about in schools? In a typical class of 30 students, 8 students, that's 20% of the entire class, will be directly affected by homosexuality of self, one or more siblings, or one or both parents. This is so important that teens should be listening to this, especially in schools, because there's going to be 27% of that class affected directly by talking about being discussed of all of this, of the rejection, of the homelessness, of just being bullied in schools, about dropping out just because you don't feel safe with your own friends, with your own classmates, with your own teachers. Being looked down upon, being neglected, that is not a pretty feeling at all. Especially for those that are gay and lesbians, because it's just being ganged upon for just who you are. It's totally and utterly sad that that is the only reason. It's really sad. And people still believe that we choose to be gay. Are they nuts? 'Cause honestly, think about it. Why would we as a people choose to be this way if we're being rejected by all the people around us? If we have to lie to ourselves constantly, those people that are fighting for our country, serving for our country, they have to lie to themselves and lie to the people that they care about because they have to keep themselves guarded. Do you think that's fair for them? That they're out there dying, killing for us, for this country, and then coming back and being expelled from the army just because they're gay after they've already put their life on the line? That is absolutely ridiculous. And I just want people to be aware of this. This isn't something that, just gays and lesbians should be looking at. This is something that everyone as a whole, us as a nation, we should all be looking at. It's not fair that so many kids are dying, are killing themselves, are feeling so alone. You know what? You're not alone, but at the same time, it's something that people should really be more accepting of, because just like when blacks integrated with whites, it's something that takes time, but you know what? For me, I want to look at, the future and be like, wow, I wonder if 200 years from now, or 100 years from now, or 50 years from now, maybe 10 years from now, everyone will just be accepting. Like, everyone can be themselves, and no one is judging anyone else for who they are, not for who they choose to be. Because if we were choosing to be this way, why would we be killing ourselves? Why would we be so depressed? And why would we be homeless? And why would we be this and that and dropping out of school? It's just so sad, and I hope that everyone takes a look at this and just tries to comprehend. This is a cross that I wear every single day to school, and I know people notice it, and I do it because, yeah, I'm lesbian, but you know what, at the same time, it doesn't mean that I don't believe in what I believe in. I believe in the same things a lot of people believe in, and I'm still bullied, I'm still neglected, but you know what? I'm gonna keep on showing what I believe in, and it's like also a way of me trying to say, you know what? I'm kind of just like you. But people don't see that. They don't care to see that, because they see me and they see my short hair and they see my height and they notice I'm a girl, but they're like, no, like, I'm not, I could care less, like, you're just weird, and that's it. And that's a form of bullying, just being neglected, and it really hurts as a person. And I've joined a anti-bullying club in my school, and my hopes for that is to travel around different schools and just help teens and young kids understand, so when we grow up, our generation can be different. Not as closed-minded as the generations that have come before us. Not saying that all the people are like that, but the majority are, because look at the way things are today. So I hope this has helped put some things into perspective. Thanks for listening.